Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
What's up guys, I'm Andy from 1A Auto. Today I'm going to show you how to remove and reinstall the volume controls on the steering wheel in this 2007 Mini Cooper S. If you need parts for your vehicle, click the link in the description and head over to 1aauto.com. To access the battery, there's a little cover right here. There's a lock right here. This one looks like it's broken. This cover should fold up. It doesn't, so I'm just gonna set that aside. I'm gonna take a 10mm socket and a ratchet. I'm gonna loosen up the negative terminal right here. You always wanna loosen up the negative terminal. Take that off, set it aside. So we're gonna take the airbag off. We need to find this little hole underneath the steering wheel. The only reason I turned it was so that you could see it on video, but I can normally have it straight up and down. And we're gonna take a blunt object. You can use a 3mm Allen, seems to work the best. You wanna slide it into that hole, and I'm gonna just put my hand in front of the airbag so it doesn't go flying. I'm just gonna push, there's like a spring in there, and the airbag will just slide out. Now we're going to disconnect the airbag right here at this connector, and then we'll disconnect this connector for the horn. Just take a right angle pick. Just going to slide in here, this little lock. Pull that lock down, pull that connector out. And then we'll try to hold this while we disconnect this right here. Slide up on that, and we're gonna place the airbag in a safe location facing upwards. All right, before we pull the wheel off, we need to disconnect the wire right here, the connector. I'm just gonna use a 90-degree pick. I'm just gonna put a little bit of pressure right here, and then I'm gonna use a straight blade screwdriver to release the lock. So we'll take the pick right here. That's just gonna put a little pressure, pushing upwards. And the straight blade screwdriver right in between here to release the lock. Just twist it a little bit, and I should be able to grab the connector and pull it up, just like that. Now I'm going to remove this steering wheel bolt. I'm going to use a 16mm socket, a little extension, and a ratchet. I'm going to hold the steering wheel while I loosen this up. Now there's not a lot of tension on this, so just check to make sure your steering wheel is loose. We're going to make sure the steering wheel is straight before we actually take it off. That looks pretty good. Pull that bolt off. There is a mark on the shaft of the steering column and the steering wheel itself, so we don't have to mark it. Just remember that that's there. We can slide the steering wheel right off. So one thing that's important, we don't want this clock spring to spin. We want to make sure we put it on, the steering wheel on, the same way as when it came off. So I'm going to use a little bit of tape and tape this just to the center shaft right here. And it'll just as long, it doesn't have to be wicked tight or anything, just as long as it keeps it from spinning, that would be good. Just do that. Should be good. All right, we're gonna take these volume controls out of this steering wheel. You can do this in the vehicle, although it's a lot easier if you just take the steering wheel off the vehicle. On the back side here, there's a Torx bolt. It's a T20. Use a T20 extension and a ratchet. Remove this bolt. bolt out, screw out. You can grab the switch. Switch is going to slide up. Right, now we're going to grab the switch. There's going to be 2 retainers holding it down here. You can take a flat blade screwdriver or a pry tool, get underneath here, and just gently pry up on it. Those are the 2 retainers holding it in. And the connector right here, you can just grab it and slide it off. To reinstall this, we're going to line this connector up with the switch. There is a slot on the switch and a little tab. Get that lined up, lock it in place. This wire is going to go right under there, and then line these 2 tabs up. And those are lined up. Then we're just going to push the switch down, just like that. Flip the steering wheel over. Take this screw with the T25 and an extension. I'll tighten this down. And I'll use my ratchet. And just snug, not too tight because it is in plastic. You can reinstall the steering wheel. Now we'll take the steering wheel. We can remove this tape, just be careful. Make sure the clock spring doesn't spin. You don't want to ruin it. And then line this up. Line that mark up with the mark on the shaft. May have to move this a little bit. There we go, it's lined up. Now we can connect this electrical connector right here. Just like that. Take the bolt. Take a 16mm socket, an extension. And we're going to take a torque wrench and we're going to torque this to 46 foot-pounds. You're going to make sure you hold the steering wheel while you do this. Just like that. We're going to take the airbag. We'll connect these connectors right here. And then this connector is going to go here. Push that in like that. And make sure the wires are out of the way. Line the airbag up and just push it down. Now we're going to reconnect the battery. Take the negative battery cable, slide it over on the battery. Take the 10mm socket and a ratchet. Just snug this up. And then just shake the terminal, make sure it's tight. And if your door is still attached, you just slide it down. And lock it in place.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.